Welcome, everybody, to the Power 30 at the beginning of March. We're so excited that you're here. And we're just really pumped for, obviously, May conventions coming up and all the things. But one of the things that's really neat about just our team is we have these focuses and social media focuses. So I asked Cinderella to come on and just share some engagement post ideas that we could do for this week because we're going to be doing calm and hydrated. So, do you want to share just really briefly, Cinderella? I know you have an idea. I'll pull up some of the other ideas. You're going to put yours in the chat, or I can drop it in the chat. But what have you seen? What's the benefit of doing engagement posts, would you say?
I think an engagement post is most beneficial at the beginning of your week. Well, actually, anytime really works. But if you have a cadence going and you want to start with what you're doing, the first thing you want to do is get your audience engaged with you, right? And an engagement post, it's people it drives to you. People start having conversations. It can be really funny, and you get a ton of feedback, especially if they're funny. And then you get a lot of people that leave messages, which gives you every message is a lead, right? Every like or comment or post or whatnot gives you an opportunity to create a conversation with that person. So that's really what an engagement post is. It's just a reason to have a conversation because then when you're talking with that person, then the next post that you do, that person is more likely to the algorithm puts it in front of them because they know you're engaged. Oh, that person's been engaging with Cindy. I'm going to give them Cindy's stuff. So that's really the biggest piece of it.
Yeah, I
So
love that.
Bree,
Yes.
yeah. And so what we do with this is that on this Power 30 is we give you guys a few minutes to put up an engagement post. We have some ideas. The focus this week is hydrated and calm. Bree is going to put some examples up on the screen. And then I put an example in the chat. Um, but really, it's just like, calm and hydrated is about sleeping well, being your best self, being hydrated, being calm, those kinds of things. And so it can kind of like, depending on people's comments, you drop into their DMs, maybe they complain they can't sleep, and then you drop the kids, gosh, is there anything I can help you with? You know what I mean? You can start having that conversation. So here's an idea that Bree had. She has a second one, I
Yeah.
think. Did you show both of them?
Well, I showed the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one first. Yeah. What is your
Yeah.
go-to? Go ahead, you share.
Yeah. What hydration drink do you love? And what's interesting there is that people will put up something that is just awful for them. And then you can make a suggestion, something that might be slightly more healthy. The one that I put up is that, and I put it in the chat, is just Monday morning vibes. Is it just me, or does your bed feel extra cozy when your alarm goes off on a Monday? Are you a let's crush this week, or you need 5 more minutes? What's your Monday mood? And that to me is a conversation that you need to calm and hydrated because you're going to need that to survive the week. And Monday morning posts, I think, always kind of get my audience always like, I don't know. I always get a lot of conversations from Monday morning posts. I think they're funny. So what we're going to do is give everybody, how many minutes do we give, Bree?
I don't know, like 5 minutes, you
Like
think?
5 minutes. We're going to be silent. We want everybody to go to their social media, just put it up. Better is, what is it? What is it? What is it? Perfect is done is better than perfect. Just do
Mm-hmm.
it. You just post it up there. This isn't anything hard. This isn't sales. This isn't asking anybody to do anything. It's just putting up something funny on your feed. So we're going to give everybody a minute, go and make your post.
Awesome. And Tammy, I did put these in our Breeze Builder thread if you just want to grab it from there if it's easier. But I didn't put, I really liked your Monday mood one, Cinderella. So if you want to,
It's in the notes.
oh, you put it in there. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I did.
Okay. Oh, there's two people that were in the waiting room. Whoops. I wasn't. Bless their hearts. They're probably like, where has Brie been? Okay. Need to admit them. Admit all. Okay. Perfect. So the next thing that I thought would be cool for us to do is um I'm gonna make you a co-host, Cinderella, in case I miss more people coming in. Hey Renee, hey Lene. We're glad. Oh, I can't wait to see you guys. It's gonna be, gosh, I mean, the weather is just amazing down here. I'm just telling you. I think Renee was in Florida not that long ago. So, and Tammy, can't wait to see you. Cinderella, we're just gonna cry because we're gonna miss you. But we're just so you guys know, we're working on something, maybe like for a leadership team, something in Seaside, like at the end of the summer, beginning of just for our team. So maybe we'll get to see you, Cinderella, sooner rather than later.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay, so let's go ahead and message some people. So Renee and Lene, we just
That'd be fun.
I sent on our message thread, I sent, but all this stuff is also in the new affiliate group. If you look in there, if not everybody's on there, but if you don't have a new affiliate group, but we're trying to do some engagement posts. Like how I think about it is on Mondays, I try to do an engagement post based on whatever the thing is for the week. Like whatever our social media focus is, because then when I could do is like on Wednesday, then I'm going to post on that product, like, or I'm giving more information. But it's sort of like I want to draw people in, like have them lean into, oh, I wonder, I've never thought about struggling with sleep. And then, I answer that question of what I love or educate them, later on in the week, if that makes sense. So, like, create engagement. And then you kind of, that's what I've noticed. So, anyways, we did that. And then now I want us to reach back out to people. I think a couple things. One is, we just have, whatever, however many days left. I mean, there's only like 28 days left for somebody to become a founding affiliate. So I think, we can send some messages like that. But I also think, how well do you think you guys are doing as far as like engaging with people that are watching your stories or your posts? Give me some feedback. Do you feel like you're engaging? Like, are you doing a good job for the most part of like if somebody likes your non-make posts, like are you engaging and starting conversations or what's that been like?
So for me, I mean, I feel like I do a really good job engaging with people and reaching out to them whenever they leave something. I'm good about getting back to the. I am not great about then figuring out how to convert that to a make conversation. That's where I'm not great at that.
Yeah. So like asking questions, getting to through the small talk and then bridging it to
Same here.
make.
Bridging it is the perfect thing. I'm not great at that.
Yeah.
I think that's what Stacy's probably really good at, being that she got 20 new customers. It's like she's obviously doing something
Yeah.
Building
right.
bridge,
Well,
building
Carrie.
bridges.
Yeah, Carrie, right?
Carrie, sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I
Carrie,
knew what you meant. Yeah, Carrie. Carrie got like 23 customers this last month, which was
which
incredible.
is impressive.
I know. Um, so what do you guys do? How do you guys bridge conversations? Give me
That's
some
amazing.
ideas. No one?
Like, okay, so I have a question. Because I don't bridge, so I
Yeah,
don't really
yeah,
have an
okay.
example. But
Sounds
like,
good.
how do Bree? Because you do this a lot. How do you use your? How do you use your?
Oh, we
Oh,
lost
bummer, she left.
we lost her. Okay, bridging conversations. I was gonna just ask Lene or Renee what they do. So what I've typically done, and we can do this for the next, 15 minutes, start the conversation. I'm gonna drop in the comments, um, how to start those conversations. So I want us to start. go to your stories. You know, if you do stories, if you haven't started doing stories, that's okay. Make sure you're starting conversations. But what I've done is sometimes the conversation, it's not going to go that direction, and that's okay. You're still just making that connection. But what I've noticed was a lot of times people will leave little clues. So, like, I'll ask them, you know, how's work going? Right. And then some, like somebody, so it's like, I'm not that I'm fishing, but you are kind of fishing. Like, is there a problem here? So I think not every, you just want to ask questions that lead to um that thing. So like a lot of times I'll ask if the conversation, you know, do you have any big goals for the new year? Or if there's one thing that you can improve about your health, what would it be? You know? But it doesn't always go like that. So Tammy, what were you going to say now that you're back on? What were you going to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to say how, yeah, and you probably just answered it. I missed it because you're so good at the birthday wishes.
Yes, the birthday messages. Yeah.
So if they, so if they don't respond with an answer to that, and they just say, "Thank you for the birthday wish."
Yeah.
So where do you go from there?
So typically what
I
I do,
mean, I kind of see where you have enough. Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, no, no. You go ahead.
Typically, if they answer the question about, health goals and such, it's a little bit easier to maybe guide it down there. But when they just say, "Hey, thank you," like they completely forgot that whole question in that birthday
Yeah.
message.
Yeah. So what I typically do is like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you know, got celebrated or, you know, I'm so glad that I could probably pull one up, but I just comment on, of course, I love celebrating. I think it's so important to celebrate people. And then I ask him a question, something like, you know, how are the kids and how's work going? Or whatever. Like if I know something about them, then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to start talking to me. Because when they start talking, then I can figure out, okay, do they have a problem or maybe they don't? And so if they're like, yeah, the kids it's been really busy, or you know, they might say, yeah, I'm still at my same job, you know, and then I say, well, how's that going? How's work going? And if they say like work's going amazing, I'm doing awesome, then I'm like, great, you know. So but sometimes people come back and say like, I hate my job, or gosh, I've been
Yeah.
working so much, right? So then that's your segue to then say, you know, have you looked into other options, or you know, do you like to keep your options open when it comes to making additional income? And so just asking those questions, I just have a handful of questions, and maybe this is what would be good is if I just sent you guys the handful of questions that I'm usually asking people. I just have like this go-to 3 or 4 questions.
I think that'd be really helpful because it
Okay.
sounds like
Yes, that would be.
it sounds like such an elementary task that we're being asked to do, but for some reason coming up with that language, I think it'd be
Yeah.
helpful to have examples there
Yeah.
that we have it on the go-to, right? And we can stick it in our notes and then we have it sitting right there
Yeah.
because I don't know, it seems like such an elementary thing, but it's the thing that I like.
Yeah.
And then
Like
I
we're
move on
I
because we've
agree.
all got like 80 million thousand other things to do. And
like,
so
mhm.
if I can't come up with it at the tip of my fingers, I've moved on.
Yeah,
Well, this is what I
yeah,
want
same.
to all to do is what if each one of us comes up with one question, and then I want you guys to send that to me or send it on
Okay.
our builders thread. And just, I want you to think about, again, the point is you think about where do you want to do? We want to uncover a problem. So the question that we want to ask you that's a bridge helps uncover if there is a problem, but there's not always going to be a problem. So what if we each come up with our own, like, what do you think between like in the next 24 hours, let's send that question, and
Sure.
then let's try it out. Like try it this week when somebody, you know, try one of our questions and see if it feels good. What does that sound like a plan? So let's take the next 9 minutes. We're going to start conversations. Go back to your last post. Maybe it wasn't make related. A lot of times people aren't liking your make posts, but like maybe it's something else that you shared. I loved what Cecily said. She said social media is oftentimes about people, you want people to kind of get to know you. So putting things out there that get to know you. So maybe it is a make post and you didn't go back to everybody that liked or commented on a make post. That's easy, low hanging fruit. I want you to go to those people. I'm going to give you the message to send. Or if you don't have that, then I want you just to go to your last like post and just start conversations with people, you know? Hey, thanks so much for commenting on my post. How are you doing? Like we don't overcomplicate things, you know? Just like it's like uh these are warm leads. So I'm gonna drop in the comments or in the notes. And for the next, 8 or 9 minutes, I want us just to go and start conversations with people that have liked or commented on your last post, and then we'll circle back. Okay.
This is another question I have. If you're commenting on like a comment that they put in your post, do you comment something there and then go into their messenger and make a comment, ask a question, or do you do both? Do you do one or the other?
I tend to do just like a general, like, oh my gosh, yes, whatever. And then then I go into the DMs to ask a personal or to say something personal. And then I go to the DMs for that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Bree, I have to hang up. I go to my next meeting. Okay. Thank you. Bye, guys.
I
Okay, it's 11:31. How did that, did you guys get to start a couple conversations at least? Oh my
mhm.
gosh, Lene said my last make post had over 1,300 insights, and I
Holy,
struggle on how to turn that around and message people back.
that's amazing.
So 1,300 insights, what do you mean by that? Like, maybe I should look real quick. But what do you think helped you? That's amazing, Lene.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm working from home too, so I'm trying to multitask here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, so when on professional mode, you can see like basically how many people see it. I take it like insights or maybe clicked on it but didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I also have likes too. Um, but I always struggle on like trying to get back to people like what, on what to say, I guess, next.
So, like, if you message them, for example, like with what we messaged, hey, thanks so much for, like, is it the one with Justin Prince?
Yeah.
Um, so like saying something like, hey, thanks so much for, you know, liking my post about, being a founder. I'm just super pumped about this opportunity. Maybe you could say something like, would you be open to hearing what I'm doing?
Okay. Or learning more about it or whatever we
Yeah, or
do.
yeah, this may or may not be for you, but would you watch a short video that explains a little bit more? I mean, what do you think about that? What would you guys say? Renee and Tammy, what would you guys say?
Probably something along those lines that, thanks for showing your interest and support on my post. Either something like, just curious, was there anything specific that interested you about what I'm doing? Would you like to learn more or something like that? I have a question though,
Yeah.
Lene. How do you tell? Because I'm in professional mode too, and I see the insights, but I never can find out, like, how do I know, or Bree, one of y'all may be able to answer that. How
Mhm.
do you find out I can't get to the part of how you find out who those people were.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can